Imported all the way from Hawkesbury, you know. It ain't the local pig swill they sell for ale.
Single malt? Stubborners. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking salesmen again. Come, give here before I sober up.
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horn in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue with you, Bibias. Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel. We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for orcs, for they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm. We of the Legion, liberators of Riverlon.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, old chum?
Shh! Just pipe down, will you, Bibias?
Ever kept the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored stiff. Boredom's a demon, buddy, and booze is the demon hunter. There. I do declare it's time for this hunter to take another shot. Huzzah!
Aye, a noble word for watchdog, that. For that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat, and separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the sword, that is.
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay, Legion's motto.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Bibias?
So, you're source hunters, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
Captain, come along. We're not far from the city. Lovely day for a swig and a song, isn't it? What do you want to know? So, it's Jake you're looking for. Ship sailed on that one, I'm afraid. Fellow's dead. Murdered.
Can't tell you much more, except that I heard he was found face down in a puddle of blood, being used as a water fountain by his own pet mongrel.
They say 'twas his wife that did it, and I'd bet a bottle of brandy they're right. A devilish flirt, that one.
As if that proves anything. Just keep your trap shut, will you, Bibias? Bunch of barbaric bastards, a lot of them. They'll kill your spouse and eat your children. We've been putting up a fight against them, to be sure, but they have the strength of an ox in every single one of their fingers. Takes an army to dress down a...
Well, we did bring a legion.
Just bite your lip, will you, Bibias?
Scythiel, yes. Where fishermen come to live and street dogs come to die. Now, which of the two would you be, then?
Just cut the cackle, will you, Bibias? Now then, stranger. If it's the city of Sosil you're looking for, you're heading in the right direction. Even though most folks are trying to escape rather than reach the damn place these days. Not that I could blame them. This place is cursed, I tell you. First the dead rise from their graves, and then entire tribes of orcs sound the trumpets of war. You take to the rye for less.
Fairly well.
Down there. Orcs! Bloody orcs! Come, let's go back to the bridge. Let the source hunters handle their big fruits.
Toxic rocket!
Those orcs had a human commander. How very curious. And disquieting.
Where are Bibius and Junius? They here to fight? beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
I like you much better. That on them.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Oi! The Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blowing more than bloody orcs our way. Welcome to Sicil, comrade. And good luck. It's these orcs. Now that they have bees in their bonnets about God only knows, we need every hand we can get. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship in the harbor to the west of here. They may need help. I'd go myself, but we legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts. Never know when another one of these little raiders might sidle up the beach. We legionnaires are loyal servants to Captain Aureus and the Council of Seven. Been stationed in Sicil for more than a year now, with no end in sight.
Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
Beats me what traitorous madness came over that dog. A man among orcs. It'd be like one of your kind running with a sorcerer. Whatever the cur's incentive to raise swords alongside that murderous lot, let's all hope it was a private grudge. Can you imagine if we had to add a slew of wild-eyed, orc-loving bedlamites to our list of enemies in Sicil?
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Taken before his time. Far before his time.
Oi, the Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blowing more than bloody orcs out. Bloody orcs are at it again. Beats me what on earth they want in Sicil. This is their second attack within as many weeks, and their second defeat. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship. They may need help. I would go myself, but we legionnaires are under strict... Beats me what traitorous madness. Whatever occurs...
I like you much better with your guts
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, she seems a likely candidate to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the... Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront. except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil.
Your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen.
And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sorcery, sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Ahu mentioned?
One of the orcs is sending another fleet. We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbour.
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
Come on, men! Put your backs into it! What if the orcs are sending another?
Are these the biggest buckets we've got? The ship's blazing ever higher. Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
ships blazing ever higher.
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save them.
What if the orcs are sitting in all the fleet?
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save them. Blazing ever higher.
Blasted orcs! Learn how to play with fire! What if the orcs are sending in all the fleet?
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
One of the orcs is sending another fleet.
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbour.
Blasted orcs! Learn how to play with fire!
Blasted orcs have learned how to play with fire.
I feel like I just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Oh, hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship it was. Or who knew what he was doing, bringing in a source hunter, didn't he? I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen. Save that ship all by your lonesome. Quite the feat. I thought the all...
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore?
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a
These
joyride?
damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves.
Is that why we never sailed to Ythel anymore?
That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd have been around when our own barge went down in flames. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though.
Passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed
Curse the gods! Is it so difficult to find a day of
Where's
labor?
the sauce hunter? Go on. Have you found us a job yet? We'll take it.
Have you found us a job yet? Well, we were merchants. What are these bleeding or? Well, you never know when something might turn up. That was a right.
Straight to the pub and back.
Passing a love note to the Lizard Council's loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
You ever heard about the time the captain took the judge's cage with a joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Don't forget the time they got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed in the football anymore?
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the top shores? Here, in Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Who knows if it's even over for sure? Those damn orcs keep sending us these terrible surprises. A ship's got to sail too, you know. You did a mighty fine thing saving that barge. For those of us raised in crews instead of families, it's kin to say...
Sauce? Here, in sight.
Ever heard about the time...
I don't know how you did that. I thought...
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife. Sauce? Here.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Seal?
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort.
Don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard
I'll
Council.
tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
That orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win.
Name's Conrad, cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports and magical items.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythildor anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the judge's...
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Seal?
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythildor anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for a joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Lizard door anymore?
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for a joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
I said to him, myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These bosses respect compliments. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more serious.
I don't know how you did that hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves. I thought the old girl's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails, but you... Save that ship all by your lonesome.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of
Steady,
the lot
boys,
on my
steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up. Nothing worse than being stuck on land. This floor's just too damn...
I guess someone else got here first.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? Thank you for heeding my words of warning, Hunter. Scythiel needs you alive and well.
Foulest of the lot on my racks. Plenty of fish. I used to see orc.
Sail, size, sail, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
What a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing.
Now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Good luck with these Sicilians, Source Hunter. They'll...
What's this? I found something.
My word! Today, I think,
king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd. He had a great thirst of power. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, again, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot.
Source hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd. Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. Plenty of business that way these days. Those miners must be preparing for a mighty great feast. Wish I could have a nibble on my dear darlings, all ground and spiced. Sorry, can't help you there. Haven't got enough livestock left to warrant a hand with the work. Tomatoes. Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I love that sheep, you know. Was planning to cook her into a fine midwinter night haggis myself. Do tell me if you hear anything about her. I plan on pursuing whoever stole her with my cleaver in hand.
And churn!
Now that the herd's gone, old Bertie's just scratching by like a hen till the next batch of beasties comes through.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal.
Arrows by the dozens.
Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Sicil began. Still, that doesn't waive a man's need to eat, you know. So what do you think? Should I snag a fish? A good day to you.
That merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish? This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Morals never fed a hungry man, you know.
Reminds me of my long-fled youth. I sailed the seas. I walked the worlds.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed. Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you...
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Join the Slut Club if you got an eye for bar potatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes...
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many...
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an extra penny here and there.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And riches are so very alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
Oh, my good man. Drink, please do stop. Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up.
Pay the big cheese on your block.
There is no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
Hanging around again, Margaret. Waiting for what? Tomatoes. Oh, thank you, Divinity. Oh, you think you can speak that way to us? Well, somebody said I got my eye on you, Sally. Tomatoes.
True enough. We serve a just cause, so why wouldn't we follow up?
Come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started? What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of... Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful? By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat.
Not the move,
Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Rivellon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like? They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the Fabulous Five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks, or from cold dead full stop.
So you're just hanging around again, are you?
Pay the big cheap with a wheel of the good stuff.
Ah, you return. Ah, you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap, you're part of the family. Oh.
This Fabulous Five business sounds too good to be true. I'm going to pass.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more home.
Agreed. You came on a little bit too strongly there, buddy.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted of you. To deny the Fabulous Five. It is a crime against reason and humanity. Opportunity knocks, and you close the blinds. Now, Lackey's life is yours, and by choice, too. So long. Fare thee well, though you won't.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Ah, you return and hump